Before we get going, I would like to acknowledge two of our sponsors this evening, Horace Height of the Horace Height Estates, a residential community located in Sherman Oaks, the place you come home to, and Gaspar Insurance for all of your insurance needs with offices right here in Woodland Hills Warner Center. If we can have a bit of applause for those two folks. They're making it possible for us to videotape and bring this to the rest of the community. I'm going to give each one of you 30 seconds to tell us who you are. So if we can do it this way, I'm going to start off with the numbers that I have in my hot little hands here. Encore, could you give us a little bit of an insight into who you are?
My name is Ankur Patel. I am the child of two immigrant parents. I was born in the district. I believe in the transformational power of education, and we need people in Sacramento that are going to prioritize education. I went to UCLA, CSUN, and there are so many other things that we could discuss in terms of my background in healthcare, environment, education, transportation, housing, and homelessness, but we'll get a chance to address that as this debate continues. Thank you.
Excellent. Ankur Patel. Okay, Ray Bishop, if you'll give us 30 seconds on who you are and what your campaign's all about.
Yes, first, thank you for all being here, and I'm very honored to be before you and to be running for this important position. I'm a Vietnam veteran. I was commended by my commanding officer for actions that I took to prevent the Viet Cong from overrunning our position. And since I returned from Vietnam, I was opposed to that war, and I've been fighting for a better world ever since. I lived on Corbin Avenue since 1980. I've also lived in Hidden Hills, but I've been a neighbor and an activist in so many different areas. By profession, I've been a business manager and accountant. I also attended East LA College, CSUN, and UCLA. I'm a member of the Producers Guild, and my main issue is this problem that we face where I believe that our democracy is at stake, not only with this administration that we have in Washington, but by the influence of the corporate money in our elections and in lobbying. The cost to us has been incredible, and I think it's a threat to our democracy, and it affects all important issues.
Thank you, Ray. Thank you. The next person is Justin Clark.
Would like to start out by thanking the West Valley Chamber of Commerce for hosting this event because, as they said, educated voters are going to be one of the biggest tools to helping our state face its problems. My name is Justin Clark. I'm currently a student attending Cal State Northridge, and I'm running because I believe that Sacramento needs to return to common sense policies instead of functioning as a speed bump towards progress.
Thank you. Next is Jeff Bornstein. Jeff?
I'm Jeff Bornstein. I'm a lifelong Valley resident, a lifelong Democrat. I want single-payer health care. I want low tuition fees, if not free tuition, because, as Justin said, employed people are better. Employed people tend to come from educated people. Also, one thing that nobody else is going to mention today is that the VA Sepulveda should be a hospital. No veteran. We don't protect our veterans in this valley, because any veteran who gets sick has to drive over that 405 to Wadsworth, and they shouldn't have to do that.
I thank you. I thank you very much.
Yes, Jeff Bornstein, thank you.
Next is Jesse Gabriel.
Thank you very much to the Chamber for the opportunity to participate. My name is Jesse Gabriel. I'm an attorney by training. Spent the beginning of my career working in Washington, D.C. on Capitol Hill, helping to advance President Obama's agenda. Came back to Los Angeles, have been working as an attorney. My practice changed about a year ago when the travel ban came down from the administration, and they asked for attorneys to go down to LAX, and went down there, was really shocked by what I saw, came home, had a long conversation with my wife, decided to fundamentally shift up my practice, have been doing immigration work since then, have sued the Trump administration twice on behalf of DACA recipients, the Dreamers, the young people who were part of that program. Live in Encino with my wife Rachel and our sons Ethan and Joshua, and really pleased to talk about the issues tonight.
Thank you. If you would please, yes, Daniel.
Okay. Hi, I'm Daniel Brin. A lot of you know me. I'm president of the West Hills Neighborhood Council, which I believe is the best neighborhood council in the city. I'm a longtime member of the Canoga Park West Hills Chamber of Commerce. Joellen, if you're here, I have my renewal check for this year's membership. I'm a journalist by trade. I spent 25 years at my family newspaper, the Jewish Heritage Newspapers, and I've lived in the Valley for 26 years, raised 2 beautiful children, and I'm running because I want to help people. I'm running because I have something to contribute, and over the course of this debate, we'll learn more about where I stand.
Thank you.
Okay.
Tricia Robbins Casson, would you please? Yes.
Absolutely. Bringing up the rear. My name is Tricia Robbins Casson, and I have worked with many of you in these communities over the last several years. I'm Economic Development Deputy for Councilmember Bob Blumenfield, and I have his endorsement in addition to Supervisor Sheila Kuehl. And I am someone who has lived firsthand the transformative power of education. I went from being a high school dropout to, after struggling for 20 years, getting my bachelor's degree at CSUN, to getting a full tuition scholarship to USC, and becoming an urban planner with an economic development concentration. I have used those skills in Warner Center while working with some of you on the Warner Center 2035 plan. I've worked to transform Sherman Way in Canoga Park and Reseda, and to bring those communities that have been disinvested in for so long, to bring vitality back to them. And I hope to continue that work on a state level, working with my Councilmember Blumenfield, to make sure that we get the resources that we need back here at home.
Thank you very much. Okay, so now you've met the 7 candidates. Now let's start with the questions.